for a few people to join. Hi. Good morning. It's good afternoon here, Friday. Hello. So a few people come on. I'm doing a live tonight because I haven't got a video ready. So I thought I'd replace it with a bit of a live, and you guys can ask some questions, and we can have a bit of a chat about APF show and stuff like that. Yeah, sorry, no video today, but there will be one next Tuesday. Hi, Woody Jim. Peter from Jersey. Hello. I'm hoping this is going to be a bit more suitable time for us UK watchers. I normally do a live about lunchtime. Like I said, no video today, so doing a live. If anyone want to ask me any questions, we can get the ball rolling. Just in the workshop. It is Friday, so we'll have a Friday beer. Welcome, everyone. My workshop needs clean again. Got another load up to the second depot today, which is good. We're up to 716 now. The reason why I haven't hit the 800 bag mark is because I'm waiting for Adam to get his new trailer. Adam's getting a new trailer on Tuesday next week, which we should get about 60 to 70 bags on. It's a big trailer, special trailer. So when that comes, we'll do a load on that up to second depot. I've got a load to do on Monday, and I'll go up as well on Tuesday with Adam's big load, and that will take us up to, I believe, 804. So yeah, we didn't get the Friday target as in June, but it will be all done by the 2nd of July, I believe the date is. So yeah, why can't I see all the... They seem to disappear a lot quicker on an iPad, the comments. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Stephen. Oh, Stefan, sorry. What? Ever considered polytunnels? Yes, I have. They're a bit ugly. Hi, Ian. Yeah, I've considered polytunnels. They're a bit ugly, and I think you still need planning for them, which is a bit tricky. And yeah, they're a bit of an eyesore. Unless you get a giant one, you can't stack it very high. So I prefer a barn. I like to go through the process, get planning, get a barn, and that's more of a permanent structure. It's not going to tear in the wind. You can stack more in it. It's more versatile. So yeah, I can see the advantages of polytunnels, don't get me wrong, but yeah, haven't gone down that route. I'm pleased it's Friday. How about everyone else? Good afternoon from New York. Blimey. Hello, Rodney. Welcome. It's Friday afternoon here. Well, Friday evening, 6 o'clock, just past, what is it now? 6:05. So, yeah, had a good day. Got another load up to the second depot, as I keep saying. Just plodding away, really. Starting to get a little bit short on timber. We'll have to get the Palax out again soon, get through some of the small stuff. A lot of people don't realise that I am going to be eventually running the Palax and the factory at the same time. I just need a second deck because I've only got one deck at the moment. And the reason why I haven't got another deck yet is for funds. I need the money. So when we start getting more sales, end of August, September, we will then get a second deck and we can run them both together. As Woody, you got some fans. He's causing absolute havoc. How's Woody doing? He's good, thanks. Do you ever plan to build out more of your shop so you can store everything on site? Yes, it's in the plan. Money and time and planning. So it is in the back of my mind, and I would like to go that way, get another barn here at Oak Farm, but it all takes time. I don't like this on the iPad. It disappears quicker. Off to the pub soon. Yes, I will be off to the pub soon. Good evening from Denmark. Hello there, welcome. I'll get Woody. Come here, Woody. There we go. There we are, on the table. Woody. Move out of the way. Here you are, look, sit down, look. Sit down. Sit down. Fans. You've got fans. Look, here. You've got fans on YouTube. You've got to ask Woody a question. What's it like to have the best dad in the world? Yeah, I know. So yeah, top dog. Top firewood dog this is. Yeah, good boy. I'm gonna go back downstairs. There we go. Oh. Man's best friend, totally is. Woody the rescue. He does get a few treats. Yes. Hey, Woody, will England beat the All Blacks? I don't know. I don't know. There's not rugby going on at the moment, is there? Are you talking about football? I don't watch football. So yeah, 19 people. What do you want to know? Questions and answers. In September, I am going to the APF show. I think I'm going to be there for 3 days. I'm not too sure. I potentially will be on a stand, and I will let you guys know as soon as I know if I will be, and you can come and see me if you want to come and see me. Don't have to. But there's lots there. I think it's the 17th of September to like the 21st or something like that. It's a great show. Lots to see there. Live demos, harvesters, forwarders. God, there's everything. There's the pole climbing thingy the climbers do. The races. Just general machinery demos. It's a great show, and I will be going. So if you see me there, say hi, and I will potentially be there on a stand, as I say. So it's quite exciting. Is anyone else going to the APF show? For all the people that have just joined, the reason why I'm doing a live tonight is because I haven't got a video ready for today. So the next video will be next Tuesday, and I'm replacing it with a live tonight. It's not as good, I'm sure, but never mind. We are getting still good weather, yes, Ian, yeah. The weather's been great, actually. Past 2 weeks, it's been great, although we do have some rain showers next week, I believe. So I will be processing into cages when it rains, and I'll be processing into bags when it's dry. And then by then as well, by Tuesday next week, we'll be done up at the second depot, and we'll be filling up here. So cheers from New York. Second person from New York. Thank you, Chris. Welcome. Good morning, I believe, there. 22 people on. Happy Friday. It's been a long week. Yeah. So is anyone else here going to the APF show? Let me know in the comments. I need to give this workshop a clean. Oh, another interesting thing that happened today. You'll see it on the Tuesday video anyway. But I hit barbed wire through a log on the factory. So luckily that wasn't a circular saw blade, because that would have ruined my circular saw blade, or at least blunted it. You can see here all the black is where the metal is, and there's barbed wire here, and there's a staple there. So obviously barbed wire was stapled to this ash tree at some point, and it's then engulfed it, and there was no evidence of it on the outside at all. And yeah, there's another bit here. That's barbed wire right there. So yeah, don't staple fences to trees. Other catchy, you got Dexter. No, they're not. They're not that small. They're just young. Oh, what kind of money does a rigid and drag load of ash cost typically in the UK? Depending where you are in the country, I'll say delivered price, because it's hard to say roadside. Delivered price in the UK is between 70 and like £140 a tonne. So that depends on grade, how seasoned it is. I mean, it mainly depends on how far it's had to come to get to your yard. I know of people paying that 100, 110, £115 a tonne, but there are people paying even more than that. We're paying the lower end of that because we're down south and we have quite a lot of hardwood. But yeah, and typically a timber lorry or truck can hold 26 tonne, 27 tonne, around that anyway. A typical lorry can take like 28 and a half, but you've got the weight of the crane. So yeah, that's what we tend to go off 26 tonne is what we kind of average on a load. 26 tonne is a good load. So you can do the maths. Basically, it ranges a lot between, like, what would that be? 1,600 quid plus VAT to, you know, nearly £3,000. Yeah, it's madness. What prices of timber are you getting over in America? Because that's a very price. Yes, it's definitely going to APF. We bought a woodland chipper last time. Nice one, Bob. You know, buy anything this year? Do you have any eye on anything? Fuel would have got a massive stand. They always do at APF because they're only down the road. So head over to the APF show and you'll see a Fuelwood factory working in demo. You never know, you might see me there on the stand. But yeah, serious machine. You'll see that on demo. They'll have chippers running. They'll have the big Uniforest going, I should think. They'll probably have a 5340. They'll probably have a 4020 as well. So make sure you go to the Fuelwood stand. It is going to be a hell of a stand again this year. They've got one of the biggest stands on the show. So they really push the boat out. It doesn't stay up on an iPad. Thought it would be easier, but it's not. On the phone, it stays up. Yeah, we've been seriously busy with processing, and I haven't really kept on top of cleaning up in here. So once we've filled up second depot, I'm going to have a big clean up. I might even just spend like half a day cleaning up, putting everything back. I've been keeping up on top of maintenance, obviously. I've been greasing up and stuff, but it'd be good to give the machines a good clean off. Yeah, just have a good clean up and then we'll have a fresh start again. That's another job for next week. What are people's plans for the weekend? I'll be popping into Fuelwood stand looking at an upgrade, some chainsaws, and maybe a newer log splitter, as mine's homemade years ago. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, so Fuelwood will have AMR log splitters, I believe, on the stand. So take a look at them, and I'll show there's other brands there as well. But yeah, nice. I'm sure there's a deal to be had. There normally is show prices, isn't there? So it's a good place to buy a chainsaw. I was just about to ask whether you would see some action, then I saw a beverage, so I guess not. No, it's Friday evening, 6:20. I'm well and truly finished work now. It's funny, in the summer, so I used to be a farmer. Well, I say I used to be a farmer. I used to drive tractors for a farm contractor. And our winter was the less busy time. Okay. Now, summer is our less busy time. Now I'm doing firewood. So it's quite nice. I can go down the pub, see friends. You know, it's nice. We're just super busy in the winter. So in the winter, we typically start a bit earlier and we finish later. And we also, well, I do, if I have to work on a Saturday or a Sunday, I don't tend to work on a Sunday, at least give one day off. But yeah, if we have to, I will work on a Saturday. But in the summer, I'm typically kind of 8 till 5, 8 till 6. And I definitely don't work weekends really, unless I absolutely have to for a campground or something like that. But the campgrounds I'm currently on, their off days are, or their quieter days are Monday and Tuesday. So I just deliver on a Monday and Tuesday. So it's quite nice really. I can get a bit more of a social life in this job, as well as me owning the business. I can kind of not pick and choose, but I can move stuff around to where I can go on things, if that makes sense. I don't think I could go back and work for someone now. Well, you know, we can't do 6, 7 years now. I've been working for myself. Well, that's a lie. I've been running the firewood business for 6 or 7 years, but I've actually been solely on firewood for about 4. So yeah. Any future holidays planned in the coming months? None. I'm going skiing, but that'll be early next year. That'll be January next year. So that's always, I love skiing, but I actually got my love from skiing when I was working on the farm, because obviously we're quieter then. But now we're flat out in the winter and I really still love skiing, so I have to just make time for that. Yeah, skiing's booked. I've got a lot of weddings to go to, friends' weddings to go to. So yeah, no other holidays booked as such. I would really like to go back to America. I loved that holiday. I went out to America, did Nashville, and then drove down to Dallas, Texas, and then went to Rednecks with Paychecks. That was a good laugh. And we would like to spend more time in kind of Cowtown, Dallas, as well as we'd like to go to Montana and do more rodeo out there. So if any of you are from there, then yeah, very lucky. It's an amazing place. I need to look at these chats. I really love you for a factory, great product. Yeah, it's fantastic. It might not be the quickest. It's quick enough. That's what I like about it. But the build quality is second to none. The build quality is incredible. Everything's overbuilt. It's like a tank. It just keeps going. As well as being a British brand that I really like. And yeah, the quality of logs, you will not find a better processor for the quality of logs, I think. For that consistent log size, it's just perfect. I've got, since I've had that machine, I've had zero complaints. Zero complaints. And the only complaints I had before were the odd big one that I missed going up the elevator. You know, people are not picky, but our stoves in the UK are just tiny. And if you get a big stove, a big log and a small stove, 9 times out of 10, the customer won't have an axe, and they'll just ring up and go, "Oh, there's a few big ones in here," and that's when I had the old Transor. I would re-split as much as I could, but sometimes you would miss them. So now, that is the biggest log you will find, the middle of the ring in a square form, and that is just perfect put on the fire. So yeah, brilliant machine, brilliant machine. What other chats? Biogas Alex, did you get planning permission for your building? Yes. Adding a log deck here. I will be adding a log deck, yeah. Any future holidays planned? I've done that one. Any plans to attend the APF? Yes. Hi, Raymond. Oh, sorry. We've already kind of gone over that. I will be going to APF show. I'll probably be there for the 3 days. 3 days out of the 4, I think it is. And I will potentially be on a stand. But if I am, I'll be letting you guys know in a video. So, yeah. Stay tuned in. I'm definitely going. And if you see me, wave me down, say hello. Happy to chat. Ben and I are getting ready for another lavender harvest, which we're not looking forward to. Very interesting. Ah, Bob Brooks. Oh, I know what you mean by Ben now. Lots of money in lavender. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Over in Sevenoaks. Very pretty. British sites, yes, I know. That's another main reason I do support them. It's nice to go to the Fuelwood depot and see guys physically welding your machinery up. Yes, it goes off to get painted, but they've got British guys welding up your machine, and you can go and see it. And like this one, it's my first. Oh, sorry, Woody. It's my first ever brand new machine. My last machine was second hand, and some of you may have recognised the black bits. I've got it all set up here, but the black bits on the machine, as well as over there, they are typically silver on a Fuelwood factory and all Fuelwood machines. But because it was my first ever brand new machine, I just said, instead of painting it silver, can you paint it black? And they did. So mine is the only one in the world that is black and green. I don't know why, because I like my stuff black. I think it would look a bit funny if it was all black, but I just like the black details. So yeah, funny fact that. But just something like that, you can ask. You might not get, but you can ask. And it's just really nice to have the the relationship with Fuelwood. So you don't get that with a lot of big companies, especially the really, really big companies. They just won't do it. So, yeah. Hi, Archie. In the future, will you be putting up another building at your place to a firewood? Hi, Lee. That is the idea. One day, it all takes time, takes money, planning, etc. So it does take a long time. But that is the plan eventually. £58 a tonne right now for logwood. Is that delivered, Rodney? That's a good price. Yeah, and one thing I've seen from a lot of American YouTubers that do the firewood, it depends what state you are. Sometimes they're 20, 30 foot long lengths, and then sometimes they're 5 foot lengths. They're tiny. Maybe sometimes they're reject sawmill stuff that's already been cut down to size. But yeah, there's a huge difference with what kind of how they harvest, I find. For instance, there's two fire producers I watch quite regularly. Ohio wood burner, and is it in the log yard or something like that? And he's got the Big Eastern made. So the Big Eastern made, he's putting the small lengths through, which I think is kind of mad. Not kind of mad, but he's just using what he gets. And then Ohio wood burner, I can't really say the bloody name. He's using a Japper, which is a great machine, but he's putting massive big lengths through. I almost think they need to like switch machines. But yeah, that's just how I look at it from a different outsider perspective. I try and get the right machine for the wood that you have as such. But I do know the Easter May was given to him on loan, so maybe he wouldn't have bought it if that wasn't the case. That's just my insight from the outside as such. The only thing I have against the fuel wood is that that it probably wouldn't be good firewood size for American market. I wish you could allow longer rounds. Yes, Mark, I do agree. Although I am kind of seeing a change of firewood, maybe not just general boiler wood or firewood, but there is a lot of smaller stuff coming into the American market, and I think it's going to take off. The wood, so this can make up to 13 inches, which I know isn't the 16 inches, but maybe if you were to educate your customers, would they go that way? I don't know. But there's a lot of exciting things to come as such in that aspect. I won't say any more. Hi Alex, what do you think of the Uniforest 5340? Now I think it is an amazing machine, and it's definitely quicker than the machine I've got behind me. If you're obsessed like I am with quality wood and quality sizes, it just won't do it, I don't think. The cutting is ridiculous, it is so fast, and if you could have a hybrid of the two, where you could have this machine as a circular saw blade as well as the splitting mechanism, it would be the best. But I just, basically, if you have a 50 centimeter ring, you're going to be making fantastic logs. The ones on the outside are going to be nice size. The ones on the inside are going to be obviously the right size, and they're all going to be relatively even. If you get then down to 48 centimeters or a little bit smaller than that, all the outside ones, I know you can adjust the knife so you can have maybe good ones at the bottom, but you're going to have a lot of waste all around the top. I don't know. I haven't physically ran one myself, and maybe if I had one on demo and I was using it for, say, a week, I could fine tune it as such. But from what demos and live demos I've seen physically, it just, the log quality itself isn't there. But if you don't have, fussy customers, that isn't a problem. All wood burns, all wood burns, whether it's bloody this big, as long as it's dry, it burns. But what I've kind of done from the start is make a premium product, and that's what I just continue to do. Really, I get zero complaints. All my customers are really happy. They love, and even they just love the square log. Restaurants really like the square log as well. I don't know why. Surface area, even burn, I don't know, but they seem to just love this square log because it looks fancy in their house. So people are prepared to pay a little bit of a premium for square logs. I know they're not all square, but majority of them are. So that's another thing. But back to the 5340, it is still a great machine, and it is very, very fast. Very fast. I mean, it could probably do, I don't know, on big timber, it would do an IBC in a couple of minutes, I reckon. Literally a couple of minutes, or a minute. I mean, if you've got 53 centimetre ring and you're cutting them every 10, 20 seconds, well, 10 seconds on that circular saw blade, you probably only need 10, 15 rings to fill up an IBC. You know, it's going to be that quick. Right, let's chat. Wait, Big Arch. Andy JG, do I need to make you a theme song like Big Bert's? Yes, you do. That'd be quite funny, actually. I'll try and put Big Bert's Chipping Bert's song on YouTube one day. That does make me laugh. Rodney, I really like the idea of automated processor. Everything here in the States requires a person running it. I'm currently running a Multicat 2040, and it makes a lot of wood in a hurry. Well, yeah, it is fantastic. You can't necessarily walk, you can't walk down the end of the yard and leave it to do its thing. If I'm on really good timber, like pin straight, no knots, nothing like that, I can sit in the digger and I'll load it up, and then I'll come back in here, change the cage, do that. But you can physically walk away. I know Andrew from Eastern Made has made an automated processor, which is automated because it does it itself. But you have to stand there with your hands on the controllers anyway. So it defeats the object, I think. It eliminates the person on the machine making a mistake, but you just stand there, and it'll be super boring for the person, as well as the fact you can't walk away and clean up or service a bar. I can stand here, service a bar, and look behind me and keep an eye on the machine. So fully automated as such is brilliant. So yeah. Thanks, Archie. What do you do with the big stuff, timber over 50 centimetres? I've currently got it in a big stack. And nothing's confirmed yet, but there is potentially something on its way to deal with all that. I haven't bought it, but let's say a demo potentially. So we will see. I don't know when it's going to be, if it's actually even going to happen, but yeah, pretty cool. So it's currently in a big stack, and I'm leaving it. It's not for sale anymore. I'm just going to leave it. Unless this thing falls through, then I'll sell it. But yeah. Do you wish you had a circular saw in the factory? Yes. Yeah. I love a circular saw. It is so. Oil is a cost. Chains. If you have a big day on this, you could potentially change the chain twice. So you've run 3 chains in a day, but that is on big timber. Especially if it's season, it's a bit harder. On the cut counter, on a good day, a really good day, you can do 1,000 to 1,200 cuts a day. So yeah, circular saw blade in that aspect would be fantastic. But I don't know if you guys were here earlier. Today, I found a fence in a log. So if that was on a circular saw blade, which it can happen on the Palax, you don't know. This was completely in the middle of a tree, and there was no obvious signs from the outside that there was anything in it. And the chain hit a staple, or barbed wire. It's all in here. And obviously all I have to do is just change the chain. I can then dress it up and it will go back on. It'll be fine. If that was a circular saw blade, some potentially serious damage. And they're not cheap. So, I mean, my ones on the Palax are roughly £500 plus that. I know for the 5340, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure someone said it's about £2 for that circular saw blade. And I know it's going to last you a long time, especially if you get it re-tipped and whatever else. But that's a chunk of money. That really is a chunk of money. So, moral of the story, yes, I would prefer a circular saw blade, but they don't do one. I think for as soon as you get to big timber anyway, there's only a certain size circular saw blade you will be able to get. The 5340 is the biggest circular saw blade machine I've seen. Well, actually, Plesato on YouTube, I've seen there go bigger. But typically, once you get over this kind of 50 centimeter mark or around that, you then have to go to chain, because you can imagine you've got the bearing in the middle of the circular saw blade. I know this is probably obvious to a lot of people, but you've got the bearing in the middle of the circular saw blade. So you're only using kind of 1/2 of the circular saw blade to cut. So you've then got to have a 1.3, 1.5 meter circular saw blade. And I think the one on the 5340 is something like 60, 70 kilos. It's so heavy. So, yeah. Inside, yeah, I would like to have a circular. I've kind of gone and rambled on about that, but I would like a circular saw blade, but you can't get it. So, it is what it is. Well, further on that, as I'm dialing in my bar maintenance, so I had a bit of teething problem at the beginning, and that was just purely for me, I think. Because I went from a trans saw, which is a circular saw blade, straight to this. And maybe my bar maintenance wasn't as good as I thought it was. Now I'm getting a lot better on the chain sharpening and the bar maintenance. I am going to go to a full chisel chain. I think I'm having a lot more success. So it's not as slow as it kind of looks. It's slow and steady. Well, it's not slow, but it just plods along, cuts. And if you do hit something, you can whip the chain off, put a new chain on, and you're away again. So, yeah, hope that answers your questions anyway. You can get a magnet alarm. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, bit like a forager. That would be a good idea, actually. Yeah. I think if I had a giant processor that had a massive circular saw blade, I mean, maybe they would go through metal easier than I think. I mean, I have to admit, the Eastern-made circular saw blades, they're an absolute monster. I know other brands do them as well. But it looks like you literally have replaceable tips, and they're great. But I can imagine they take quite a lot of wood out every single cut. I mean, this chain does as well. That takes quite a bit out. And when we're on the Palax to the Fjord factory, we were using about a third of, we're having about a third of the sawdust than the factory for the same amount of timber, which is quite scary, really, when you see it in a big heap. Bat 40 firewood, hey. Oh, good day, Woodhound. Hello, how are you? Loving the channel, Bat 40 firewood. So what's the next new machine planned in the yard? I need to hold back a bit, really, at the moment. The next thing that would be good to have is a new forklift. That forklift was secondhand, well, very secondhand. it had 20 odd thousand hours on it when I got it. It was in a seed factory, so it's got about 22,000 hours on it now, and it's a little bit tired. It works every day. It's a bit like a telehandler on a farm. It works every day, but it doesn't necessarily make you money. It's just one of them things. So potentially, that'll be the next thing, is a new pallet forklift truck. They are quite a bit of money new, but if that's lasted 22,000 hours, if I buy one now, it's going to last me a lot of years. I probably put 1,000 hours on it a year, maybe not quite as much as that actually. Probably not actually. I have to work it out one year. Probably close to 500 hours a year actually. So yeah, new forklift is in the back of my mind. I would like to go down the electric route because of the noise, but not necessarily that. It's more inside fumes. It's a bit of a pain in the bum to go and get gas because I can't just get it from the petrol station. I have to go to an actual place. And the closest place is about 15-20 minutes away. The price of it has gone up since I bought that forklift by about £20 a can, and a can lasts between 7 and 10 days. So in theory, it's costing me another £2 a day on top of what it was before. Obviously, we use a lot of electricity here anyway, and in the grand scheme of things, in the future projects, I would really like to have solar. I just got to work out the money and how it all work, blah blah blah, how big of a system we need. But if I could have solar, an electric forklift, so solar in the day, obviously, we're processing in the day, which is great. If we have a battery bank, I know that's where the money is, but if we have a battery bank, we can then run the kiln at night off the batteries as well as charge up the forklift for the day. That's what I'm thinking in my head, but I don't really know enough about solar to kind of facts and figures and stuff. It's just what I'd like to do. Battery is a recurring cost too. Yes, I agree. Who's messaging me? I think Andy has sent me a theme song. Should we put it on here or not? What's wrong with an AD plant? I'm not getting involved with that, Alex. I haven't ran an AD plant, but I have worked for contractors that do all the silaging for AD plants. And also, looking at your channel, there seems to be quite a few just mechanical problems. I'm sure it's a good money maker, but gearboxes, pumps, that engine rebuild, I'm so glad for you that worked out all right. But yeah, that is a serious undertaking, an AD plant. Plus, I don't think I'll get the planning for it here. Too much infrastructure. Can you move IBCs with a pallet truck? Yes, I can. Batteries are growing. You have to replace them after so many cycles. Yes, I agree, Mark. I don't know how often it'll be. I think these new batteries are getting pretty good now. Well, that or a diesel forklift. I'm just trying to get away from gas, really. But the trouble with a diesel forklift is the pollution when you're inside the barn or inside the kiln. It's a confined space. Yes, we've got the doors open most of the time, but it does still get stuffy. Maybe the new ones are better than my old one was. It probably, well, definitely is. But the gas one's great. You can run that for probably an hour or two, and you don't even recognise it. It's probably still not great for you. That's all I've got to say. So yeah, these big pallet networks, they all use electric forklifts pretty much, and they're running them a lot harder and a lot more than I am. So I just think it'll be okay for my for my my operation. Dog or cat? Definitely dog. Diesel prices was also continually to go up because of the green initiatives too. Yeah, I agree. And just the thought, like, if I do eventually get the solar panels, then technically it's free running. I know you've had to pay for the solar, but I really like the idea of being completely green as well. So you're taking wood, which is a green energy as such. It's coming out of the ground. It's stored carbon. You're then processing it under electricity from the sun, which you can't get any greener than that unless you just use an axe. And then obviously I'm delivering it in a diesel truck. I'm not going to go to I'm not going to go to an electric car. That's just not something I'm not interested in. That it's one thing being around the yard in a forklift, but yeah, it's just not there. Hydrogen, if that comes around, I mean, it's definitely getting bigger and better. JCB have released quite a few machines now with hydrogen engines. It's just the storage of hydrogen is a bit of a bugger. But if I can take the emissions things down and make it truly a green energy, I think that's firstly a seller, and also it's good. If you're next to a river, not sure of the laws, but in the US, people have used them for mini hydro. Yeah, I've got a stream, but it's definitely can't make any power out of it, and it fluctuates one hell of a lot. I mean, the summer, if we have a dry summer, it dries up. It's just not big enough. It is literally a stream, so yeah, wouldn't be enough to run anything, I don't think. I don't know why there aren't more things like that. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with wave technology up in the north of Scotland and stuff, but water is so regular. Just, I know they do a lot of it over in America and some parts of Europe, but it just seems mad not to, really. But I'm not going to get into that. It's Father channel. Who else? There's a lot more people watching now, and probably people have come and gone. Who's going to the APF show? If so, I'll see you there. Would you ever do a series on new equipment? Reach out to dealers. I know Porsche will alert against a splitter. Potentially Ross, yeah. There's potentially things happening anyway in the background. Can't say anything yet, but watch this space. There is potentially really nothing is set in stone yet, but potentially good things to come. So yeah, 50 minutes into it now, guys. 32 people watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the live. I'm going to stay on for quite a bit longer. Maybe do another half hour or so. Got yourself a drink. Friday afternoon after work. So yeah, sorry, there is no video today, hence why I'm doing the live. I've been pretty busy processing, as well as it's just there's not a lot going on apart from the same thing every day. I'm just processing logs, taking a load up to the depot. One thing I have recognised is how long it takes to take a load up. It just, when it all comes together, it takes almost kind of an hour and a half out of my day to just take a load up. So yeah. Let's have a look here. English or Spanish? I'm English. I don't get that. Hi Henry, I've had a busy day. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a really good day, thank you. What about you? You might have coders in your area. What does competition look like you're in an area? There are other firewood producers, some of which just buy in and resell, which is fine. I mean, I supply people that do that, so it's no different there. I like the control of doing it all myself. You can control the market as such. You can control your future, really. You can up production if you need to. Yes, you can then ask for more off your supplier, but if they can't do it, you can't expand. So I just like having the control. And there are other guys that do it slightly smaller than me. Trying to think of anyone that is potentially as big. I'm not huge in any way. Dog's ripping up a plastic bag. Yeah, I'm not the biggest in any sort of way. I've definitely grown quite a lot in recent times. But yeah, there is competition, and I think competition is good. It's healthy. It keeps the prices higher. I mean, at the end of the day, if I was to supply absolutely everyone that wanted firewood in my area, I don't think I could do it. Well, I wouldn't be able to do it. So healthy competition is good. Hope that answers your question. Who owns the farm your factory is on? I do. We'd love to see an Easter-made machine review, as I see there is a UK dealer. Yes, Ross, there is, and I believe they're going to APF. The only one I'd be interested in is the horizontal one. That seems pretty quick for like rigging up, splitting big rounds in half or something. Easter made like tanks. Yeah, they look like it. Also come with a decent price tag. I believe a new this is only because I saw it on Facebook the other day. The new horizontal, is it the Ultra? I don't know, I've lost track. It's the horizontal one. A new one of them in the UK is about 13.5 grand plus VAT, which is quite a lot of money for just a splitter. You physically have to do the work. Where you could buy a splitter 400 for a couple of grand more, a hydraulic one that is, and all you got to do is drop rings in it, and it will come out the other end. So, just putting that out there. Did you ever reach out to the guys from your wood splitter manufacturer if it could be a good idea to upgrade the saw motor? I mean, it is really slow. Sorry, I might be a little spoiled here. What have you got, Stefan? There are some slight modifications as such. Peter's going to come down and we're going to have a little bit of a play. We're potentially going to just increase the power to the motor itself. Do some tests, make sure we're not overloading the motor, because we've got it set up so this machine is going to last forever as such. Peter's very reserved when it comes to performance as such. He doesn't overload the motor. A lot of other processors are a lot quicker. They cut quicker, but all they do is burn out clutches, they burn out chains, burn out bars, they burn out the electric motor itself. Another thing that some people have said is when it's really quick, it could potentially be on a PTO model and it could be running faster. The tractor could be running faster than what it's meant to, which isn't great for the pumps and stuff like that. So this is built to last. We are going to tweak it slightly. We're also going to look at a different sprocket. So we're going to go for a slightly, what would it be? Bigger sprocket. Bigger sprocket, smaller sprocket. Anyway, the chain speed's going to be quicker. Maybe less torque, but quicker. So we can clear the chips out the way and try and cut a little bit quicker. So yeah, there are things in the pipeline. We're going to have a bit of a tune-up, see if we can make it a little bit quicker. We're going to change the chain from a semi-chisel or half chisel, whatever it's called, to a full chisel chain, like a chainsaw, which I think is going to make a lot of difference in the green stuff, actual green timber, but not going to make too much of a difference in the seasoned timber because that is rock hard. So yeah, I agree. The saw is the slowest part of this machine, but it is built to last. So depends what you want from a machine, really. If you want to buy a machine and trade it in every 2 years or 3 years and, you know, not get any longevity out of it, then fine. But I'd be interested to know what you've got. If you could let me know, Stefan. Hello, Hunter. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Diesel motors would be great. What was that after? Oh, right, yeah, on the Easter Made. They do them over in America, don't they? Or do you mean on this? I don't know. Yeah, you've had quite a few people drop in and out. 27 people watching at the moment. 19 likes. Who hasn't liked? Are you liking the content? Make sure you hit the like button. You don't have to. It does help. I think the speed of the fuel factory is good enough if you run it alone. I agree, Mark. It's like I said, it's not a race. It's a marathon. It just plods along, doesn't it? And it makes quality timber, quality logs. So that's kind of the way I look at it. It does run even quicker on 2 people because I've got someone replacing the cages. I've got someone replacing the wood with the digger. And I can concentrate on keeping the thing going as quickly as possible. Now, quite a few of you have mentioned in the comment section below putting it into some sort of hopper. Now, I like the idea of that, potentially putting the elevator into the Japper roller cleaner. It only really works with 2 people, if I'm honest. But you can imagine someone coming in, putting a bag on the loops, turning on the cleaner after I've put a few in there. You can then potentially put quite a lot in at once, and then you just wait for it to fill up the rest of the bag, and then the guy can just turn off the cleaner. I can continue filling it up. They can take the bag away, dump it, come back, put it back on again, and then they've got the same again, and the processor never stops. And that is a fantastic idea. I have got an extra plug socket there, so I could do it, but it would only really work with 2 people. There is something in the pipeline, and if it comes off, then that is something we will do for sure. I'm not too sure about this, but when I put the Palax in its final resting place, that is something I'm looking forward to as well, because it hasn't got a cleaner on the end of it. I will most likely put it over the roller cleaner. The only trouble is with the roller cleaner, it's a little bit noisy, which isn't the worst thing, but I'm using more electricity to just clean the logs. I like that little gravity cleaner, it's good. As well as if I set up the cleaner for the end of a processor, I don't have to move it out the way to then bag up kiln dried logs. And I'm definitely not buying a second cleaner if anyone says that. So we can definitely have a play around with it and give it a go. Maybe for filling up the second barn, you know, we have it in here for 2-3 months, whatever it takes us to fill up that barn. We have it in here, we solely use it on here and have someone running the bags in and out. Next year, I know I've only just finished, or I'm just coming up to finishing that second barn, but next year we're going to get on it a lot sooner. Log Burners Lounge, my first ever super chat. Thank you, Joseph. So I do have some very exciting news. Some of you see that there, Log Burners Lounge. That is something me and Joseph have been working on pretty hard for the past few months now. Well, quite a few months. Um, it's going to be really good for everyone in the UK that sells firewood, and not even that. People that sell log burners, chimney sweeps, harvesting contractors, everyone in the wood industry in the UK is going to be very, very beneficial. We're not quite there to release it yet, but within the next kind of week or two, I will be letting you guys know what it's all about. But thank you very much, Joseph. That's my first ever super chat. Yeah, amazing. Thank you. I'm doing well. Sorry, I hunt up. No, I don't. Just work here. Sorry, I want to answer so many other things. You just said, we're typing slow. I've run the Posh K650 for about 4 years. I know there are many bad things about it, but the splitter never had to wait. Yeah, I understand. Well, that's great. I mean, it's a different league. It's a big, big processor. For instance, that machine is pretty much twice the cost of my machine. And the K650, I believe, is not automated. The K660 is. But yes, bigger motors, more electricity. And I find bigger, like, if you're on max size timber with this, quite often a splitter doesn't have to wait. It's when you get down to the smaller stuff, it does. So I can totally agree, but that is a serious machine. That's an even bigger machine than this. I did look at buying one of those, but I couldn't justify the price at the time. It was too much money for me. So yeah, no, really nice machine. Well done. That's yeah, bigger motors, isn't it? That's what it is. Give us a rundown on kindling, best ways to season in the rounds or in the nets. Thanks, Ross. Yeah, so I have come to the conclusion I season all mine in rings, purely because, well, I say I dry it in rings, but if you put actual green timber, like green kindling in a net, it physically shrinks. And if you like your nets nice and neat and packed well, it then, it then shrinks and makes the bags less of a premium product. That's the first thing. Second thing, if it's really, really green, you can potentially have mold problems in the nets, which aren't great. So what I do is I put the big reject saw logs as such through the fuel factory. I then put the splitter on the biggest setting it does, which is about a 15 centimeter cube. We then fill up IBCs, leave them outside, season them for a good couple of months in the sun, and then we start processing them. We then put them in the nets, and then we put them in the barn for finishing off. But the stuff we're making at the moment from the blocks are actually ready to burn. They're all ready to go. So it makes a huge, as soon as you take it out of the log and make it into them cubes or rings, it dries up super quick anyway. So that's what I would do personally. And I find some softwoods, when they're green, they're quite stringy. So there we go, Ross. Hopefully that answers your questions. Probably you can triple that. When I was looking, it's about double, yeah. But serious machine, and I know they've got the 710 now, don't they? K710 or 700 and 710. So yeah, serious bits of kit. Been on for just over an hour now. 29 people, 25 likes. Thanks very much, everyone. Bat 40 firewood. Cheers to the soup. Enjoy a cold one this evening. Thank you very much, Back 40 firewood. Really appreciate it. Friday afternoon beer, lovely job. And I see the Back 40 firewood. If you haven't gone over to his channel, make sure you go over to his channel. He is doing a lot of smaller timber. Like I was saying earlier on in the live, I have seen a lot of smaller wood becoming more common in America for the smokers, for the little fire pits. And I think it's a growing market. And I think Bat 45 has got that down to a T. He just needs a Kinlet Pro from the UK. And I will be honest, they're coming over to America at some point. Bat 45 will get your hands on one. Because all you're going to do then is cut up the rings and put them in the machine. And they will be the perfect size for all your little logs. I really recommend getting one. So, yeah, that would be fantastic for you, honestly. And there isn't a lot of these kind of machines over there. So, for the smoking market, it would be absolutely fantastic. Blimey, look at that. 2 super chats. Mental. I know I've made it now on YouTube. So I apologise. I apologise for the no video today, but there will be one next Tuesday. And I'm really trying to get back into the swing of Tuesday and Friday, but that's why I've come on live. If I don't ever do a video, I will try and do a live to replace it. Yeah. The next super chat will receive free. The next super chat will receive a free gift from the Log Burners Lounge. Oh, look at that. I'm going to go a few pints of Guinness and a steak with my name on. Scott, you got that right. That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. I think I might have dinner out tonight. Treat myself. Super chats have bought me dinner. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to come to the, nice to come up to a Friday, weekend off, and get all ready for next week. Big push again. Finish off at Depot 2. Like I said, I've only got to actually make 50 bags, and then I've made the 800. So, yeah, a couple of days, done. And then we're going to start filling up here. We're going to have a big tight. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do second depot, get that completed, and then we're going to have a mass tidy up here. Bays 1, bays 2, and bay 3 and 4, where the drying section is. Have a big clean up in there, get a big sorted. So the thing is, in that drying area, it's not the biggest. And I've got lots of different products in there. And if I put bags in there, I don't want to be blocking anything in. So we'll have a bit of a sort out, and I probably will film it. It might be half interesting. And we want to try and get a block of 150, 200 bags in there, not blocking anything in. And as I say in the previous video, we can start using that straight away then. But that's the idea. So mass clean up and then get on with processing here. And then we might take a bit of time off, end of July, August. That's the plan anyway. Any more questions, guys? Probably going to stay on for another 20 minutes. Half 7 we'll call it. So any more questions? Anyone else going to the APF show? Then, why does it stay on there? There we go. That's going to stay on there. We'll like that. Do you like it? No, I don't know. Like I said, guys, a few of you have been asking for merch. When we get up to the 10,000 subscriber mark, I will get on and make merch. So make sure you like and subscribe. If you do like the content, you don't have to, but if you do, subscribe and tell your mates. And when we get up to the 10,000 mark, I will release some merch. It's going to be pretty simple as such. It's going to be somewhat like the uniform. I'm thinking Oak Farm Firewood on the front, my logo on the back. I'm going to have a YouTube logo on one arm, and I want to have the United Kingdom flag on the other arm. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, and we'll do some different colours and stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking for the merch side of things. We'll do some stickers, just simple stuff to start off with for supporting the YouTube channel. I didn't ever think it would become like it is, really. We've got a lot of exciting things coming, and yeah, it's a funny one, YouTube. It's become more powerful than I thought it was going to be, and I love watching YouTube myself. I watch a hell of a lot of channels. I mean, I don't actually watch TV. I just watch YouTube. I watch it like TV, and it's great for learning, and it's just great content. So, Log Burners Lounge, can you donate a free gift to a giveaway? Because shipping in the US wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, that is true, Back 40 Firewood. Joe, what are we saying? So yeah, the Log Burners Lounge is yes, no problem. Well, there we go. Next super chat gets a free gift from the Log Burners Lounge. So yeah, the Log Burners chat is the new thing that's coming to the market for all the firewood guys in the UK. If you're excited about it, make sure you leave a comment below. Say that you're interested. If you sell firewood in the UK, just leave a comment, and we'll be sure to get back to you as such. It's gonna be a game changer. It really is. Community. Here's to Oak Farm Firewood giveaway. Thank you, Back 40 Firewood. Really appreciate it. Log Burners Lounge has got to follow through now. We have to get your information. I think I've actually messaged you. I'll message you on Instagram now. Do you use your Instagram, or is that not your Instagram? Let's have a look. This wasn't planned. This is off the cuff, as such. What's happened here now? Oh. What's happened here? No, use the free gift and do a giveaway on your channel. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I will do. Oh. Sorry about that, Back 40 Firewood. I understand now. Thank you very much. Make sure you head over to Back 40 Firewood. It's definitely a lot bigger channel than mine, and I really like your outdoor wood boiler videos. I love the extreme weather you guys have over there. And what made me really laugh is when you had that chimney stack completely closed up with creosote. I can't believe that thing was still running. I bet that was nice to get it cleaned out and ready. We're going to send it to one of my subscribers, Log Burners Lounge. Something's happened to my. Oh, there we go. Thought something happened to my Instagram then. 7,000 subscribers. Yes, thank you very much. We're only just starting. We'd really like to grow the channel up and just help people get into firewood, spread the love as such. And I just really like the firewood community, and I think it's just the way to go. I should say one of your local followers. Yeah, I totally agree about 45. I don't know why it keeps on the iPad. It erases after about 10 seconds. You can't read anything. Did you ever get a remote control sorted in the cleaner? No, I haven't. But Uniforest have brought out a new cleaner that has a remote. Now, I inquired about changing it, but it's too much money to change for me. So if Uniforest, if you're watching this, send one over. But no, in all seriously, that new cleaner from Uniforest that I've put on the channel at Fuelwood is a serious bit of kit, and that's a game changer, having a remote. But I just can't afford it at the minute. Maybe one day. Honestly, there is such a simple solution that can be made. Oh, I don't know that, Ross. I have to look into it a bit more. Because the trouble is, it's 3-phase, and I couldn't really find anything that was designed for 3-phase. Got roughly another 10 minutes, guys. I can have a remote on my machine, apparently. How are we doing that then, Joe? Do you have any advice for me and my friends? We have just started to see. I'm guessing to sell. My biggest advice to anyone that is starting firewood, customer service is at the top. Well, no, sorry. The quality of the product is at the top. Customer service comes second, and price comes third. So make sure your wood is dry. If you have run out of dry wood, do not sell wet wood unless people actually know it is wet. You know, if people are happy to buy wet wood and season it themselves or however they're going to do it, but be completely blunt that it is, wet wood. But it's just super simple. Dry wood, be there on time, respond to people on the website or text or, pick up the phone, call people. And thirdly, the price. The price isn't the most important. That being, if you have a quality product, you can afford to charge a bit more. People that burn wood for heat, in this country anyway, want a quality product. And people that want it for aesthetics as such, they want a nice fire, they still want a really good quality product because they don't want a smouldering log in the corner of the room. They want nice flame. They've got guests coming over. They want to put some nice logs on. It's an event really for some people, and having quality product is the most important thing. So I hope that helps. Who was it that asked that again? I've lost it now. God. We've had a lot of bloody comments in that little section. Do you ever burn creosote logs in your boiler? No, never have done. Sorry, Alex, I don't know anything about that. No, I've burnt some what's it called? Scaffold boards, but I'm not sure if they're treated or not, but that's it. High power, where can I buy IBCs? It's basically, you want to speak to farmers for IBCs. There are people that sell IBCs. It's kind of getting to know the people through the grapevine. Speak to people, try and get some contacts. Yeah, if you're starting off, sorry, Joe. Yeah, if you are starting off, when the Log Burners Lounge comes around, it will be a somewhat instant way to get customers. We might as well release what it is, Joe. What do you think? We might as well tell them what it is. What do you reckon, Joe? Send me a message. And the 35 people that are watching, I know they're not in the UK, all of them, but 35 people will get the first hint of what the Log Burners Lounge is. But then also, this is going to go live on the channel after anyway, so everyone will eventually find out. What other comments were there? Blimey, it's been flat out now. Trying to keep up. Hi James, Thomas. Hi Archie, just bought an Angus log burner like yours, to dry logs and wood chip, and now just ordered a JB timber grab for my digger because of your videos. Brilliant, James. Yeah, both products absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased for you. The JB grab is bulletproof, that thing. It is built like a tank. So yeah, really happy for you. Well done. Do you have any advice for me and friends? Some links. So Henry, like I just said, product, customer service, and then price. And if you're in the UK, then join the Log Burners Lounge when it is released. It's coming to the market in the next kind of couple of weeks. It's going to be very beneficial for new and existing firewood producers, for connecting your local people to you. So make sure you keep an eye on my channel and I'll release it when it's all ready to go. Oh, and the Log Burners Lounge does have an Instagram, the Log Burners Lounge. It also has its own YouTube channel as well, but there's not too much content on that as yet. Finally caught alive. You do a great job. Have a great setup. Thank you, William. Thank you very much. Rice and peas. Cheers. Great name. In relation to the remote fuel cleaner, I'll reach out to you on Instagram. Have made industrial control panels for years. Oh, thank you very much, Ross. That'd be a great help. Definitely transform the Japper / fuel wood cleaner. So yeah, thank you very much. I sell a lot of outer skin from my sawmill business. I bet that's pretty good, rice and peas. I'm guessing it's all softwood. It doesn't have to be all softwood, but what process do you use to process that? Be interested to know. It's all very thin, isn't it? Yeah, so for 39 people watching, this is exclusive content. The Log Burners Lounge is what me and Joseph have been working on for the past kind of 2 to 3 months as such. Well, actually longer than that. Yeah, 3 to 4 months. And it is it's a new firewood directory for the UK. So that in turn is directing the domestic customers to local firewood producers in their area. But it's not only that, right? There will be a back end, and if you subscribe to the Log Burners Lounge, it'll be a monthly cost. There will be helpful tips in the background. There will be a for sales page in the background. You can sell kit, you can sell logs, and there'll be a huge network of people on there, professionals, on the forum where you can chat to them. And I'm also thinking we're going to do a monthly Zoom where people can physically come on. We can sit in front of people, and I think it's good for I think it's good for mental health. Firstly, chat to people in your community, as well as just share helpful tips, how the month has gone. We have some hard months and some good months. Just everyone can grab a beer or a coffee, whatever you enjoy, and we can have a big community. So we'll have a community on here as well as the Log Burners Lounge, but that's going to be more kind of in depth because we'll be on Zoom and we can see each other and have a good chat about firewood. So the main thing is the directory for you to sell more logs to more local people, but yeah, there's gonna be a lot more of it in the background that not everyone has. So sorry, Tom, I missed out there. So there's a lot of people. It's all flying in now. It's probably the most people I've ever had on a live. We can't stop now. Hi Archie, always enjoy your videos. What do you think now of your Palax when you've ran it for a while? Thanks, Stuart. I really enjoy it. It's a great little simple machine. The X aim is just fantastic. I think that should be standard on all conventional processors. It's a great small machine. It might be on a slightly small side, but for me, that is fine because I've got the Fjord factory behind me. If I just had one machine, then maybe I'll go for the 900 or the 1000. But the C750 is a great small machine. If you're getting timber in that is 250 mil and below, that is probably one of the quickest machines out there, I think. So, yeah, no, I am really enjoying it. Chainsaw and axe, mate, mainly hardwoods. Very nice. Do you have some sort of jig to get them all the same length, or you just cut them by hand? I don't know. Come on, super chatters. Next super chat receives a gift. Well done, Log Burners Lounge. It's all going off now. Hi, Tom. Please sing perfect, since your voice is a little like Ed Sheeran. I don't think it is. I don't know what that is. Smart group, Google group. Interesting. Don't know what that is. Give me a shout out. Hi, Tom. Thank you very much for following along. Can you sing, Luma? God, there's a lot of people coming on now. I'm not singing on here, unfortunately. I seem to have loads of these. I don't know where he's coming from. Right, well, it's 7:30 now. I said I was going to come to an end. So I hope you guys have taken all the information on. I have, and I've responded to all the questions. This will be going on the channel, obviously, so if you want to watch it back. But kind of an overview, I am going to the APF show in September. Be nice to see you guys there. I will potentially be on a stand, so if I am, I'll let you know before I go. You see me, obviously, give me a tap on the shoulder, say hello. Be good to see you guys. And also the Log Burners Lounge. Big things are coming in the next couple of weeks. And if you sell firewood in the UK, then make sure you keep your ear to the channel, this channel, and I'll release it when it's released and we can get on board. So yeah, firewood directory for the UK where people can buy locally and help out the local firewood guys. That is the aim of the game. So thanks guys for watching. It is 7:30 now. I'm probably going to head to the pub for a beer. I still haven't finished this beer. I need to finish this beer. But yeah, gonna walk down the pub with the doggo and get some dinner, I think. But everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I can't say leave it in the comments because you've been doing so. Just quickly see if anyone has said anything else, but I've got to go. Hi, Philip. Thanks, Maximum. You deserve it. Thank you, Ian. Are your hairdressers on strike down there? Kind of. I need to get it sorted out, don't I, James? Anyway, thanks very much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.